Hi everyone, welcome back to the video. So today we are going to solve another paper together, and we are going to solve B1 Goethe Teil 1 for Lesen. So I've chosen a paper which we are going to do together, and this is the paper here. So before you start, or as you prepare for your exam, there are some things that you need to pay attention to. And one of the things that you need to pay attention to is the time. Time management is very important. And in lesson B1, you get 65 minutes for you to solve the whole paper, which has around 5 questions. So you need to really train yourself on time management as you prepare for your exams. Okay? So today we are going to go through together Teil 1 of this paper. And as we go through together, I'll be showing you, or I'll be giving you tips that you can use as you prepare for your exams. And as I said before, the first thing that you're supposed to check is the time. So you will notice, or you will find out, that any test paper that you're going to use, and it is the same that you're going to get during exams. Okay, so the first thing that you're supposed to check is the how much time you have in each question of the paper. So we have said earlier that this paper has 5 parts, that is Teil 1, Teil 2, Teil 3, Teil 4 und Teil 5. So you're going to start today with Teil 1, and if you can see here above Teil 1, we are given 10 minutes to complete this part. 10 minutes. So you're supposed to use 10 minutes to do the Teil 1 of this part, which has 6 questions and a passage. So after you check the time, you go to read the instructions. So let's read the instructions together. Lesen Sie den Text. Exercise is about the questions that you're supposed to answer with true or false. Okay, the choices are true or false. The choices are true or false. So here we get statements, and you're supposed to answer with true or false. Okay, so now we know how much time. We have read the instruction, and if you're not sure of what you're supposed to do, normally there is an Beispiel here. Beispiel is an example, so you can read the Beispiel. So you can read the Beispiel and see how they have answered the question if you have not understood. Worked for me as I was doing my exam, and what I teach people to do is to not start by reading the whole passage from the beginning to the end. Don't do that, because most of the times this is where we waste our time. We beginning reading from the beginning till the end, and we find ourselves not understanding because we are still at the learning stage. Okay, so you don't have as many vocabularies as you need to have at this point. Okay, so this method that I'm going to show you after this video, make sure you go and pick up a paper, a test paper, and try to do it the way I'm going to show you, and come back here and write in the comment section below and tell us if it worked for you or not. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to read the questions one by one as you mark the keywords. Keywords are those words that are going to help you find the answers in the passage. So we are going to read one question one by one. We mark the keywords, and then we come and read the passage. So let's start by reading the questions. Nummer 1. Erst durch den Anruf bemerkte Susanne das Fehlen ihrer Brieftasche. So here I think the keyword is erst durch den Anruf bemerkte Susanne das Fehlen ihrer Brieftasche. Okay, so I feel like those parts are keywords because, first of all, this is the first question, and remember we have not even read the passage. So the first question normally tells us what the passage could be about. Okay, we get an idea of what the passage is talking about. So here we read, erst durch den Anruf, like first through the call, did Suzanne notice missing? Did Suzanne notice her purse was missing? So Brieftasche, for those who do not know, is a wallet or a purse. Okay. So it seems that this person received a call, and through this call, this is the first time she notices that her purse is missing. So we are going to confirm if this was true or not. We are going to confirm whether Suzanne already knew that her purse was missing earlier and she was just receiving the call, maybe for someone to tell her to go pick it up, or she had no idea as to what the statement is saying. Nummer 2. Susanne glaubte, die Brieftasche beim Bezahlen vergessen zu haben. So here I'm going to underline beim Bezahlen. So this is a place, okay? So places are normally very important keywords because they help you find answers in the passage. It's easier to locate places than any other thing. So beim Bezahlen is while paying, okay? So here it says, Suzanne believed she forgot her purse while she was paying. And we are going to confirm this in the passage. That is why I've underlined beim Bezahlen, or I have highlighted beim Bezahlen, because it can be anywhere else. Maybe she left it in the house, maybe it fell in the parking lot. We are going to read the passage and find out. Nummer 3. Der Erfinder hatte die Brieftasche ins Fundbüro gebracht. So as I said earlier, places are very important keyword. That's why even here I have highlighted ins Fundbüro. So ins Fundbüro is a place where lost things are taken. Okay. So here we have been introduced to the Erfinder. The offender is the person who found the purse, and we are going to see if the person who found the purse really brought it to a phone bureau. Okay. Nummer 4. Die Telefonnummer der Bank war in der Brieftasche. So I'm going to highlight the Telefonnummer der Bank. Okay. So the phone number of the bank was in the purse. We don't know. We are going to find out. Nummer 5. In Susannes Brieftasche fehlte nichts. So in Susanne's purse, nothing was missing. So we are going to underline here nichts because it's that keyword. Maybe something was missing. So we're going to find out. Nummer 6. Susanne konnte dem Finder persönlich für seine Ehrlichkeit danken. So I'm going to underline persönlich is a keyword. Why? Because the sentence says, like Suzanne could personally thank the finder or the person who found her purse for his honesty. So we don't know yet if they were able to meet so that she could thank the person for his honesty personally, or she could not find the person. That's why persönlich is a very important word in this question. Okay. So now we have gone through the question one by one, and we have highlighted the keywords that are going to help us find answers as we read the passage. So this is the first and important step of scoring all the marks. Okay? Yeah. Now, after we have read the questions, we are going to go back to question number 1, and we're going to read the question number 1 once again, and we are going to take in and put the keywords at the back of our mind, and then we are going to start reading the passage. So, erst durch den Anruf bemerkte Susanne das Fehlen ihrer Brieftasche. So we want to find out if it was really like through the first call, like it's through the call that did she notice that her purse was missing for the first time. So here we're going to start reading the passage. So Susanne's Alltagsblog.at. So we notice that this is a blog, that she's writing a blog. Okay. Yeah. Donnerstag, den 23. Juni. Was mir heute passiert ist, das glaubt mir keiner. Als ich zum Mittag nicht annähernd in der Küche beim Kochen stand, läutete mein Handy. Eine Frauenstimme erklärte mir, dass meine Brieftasche in der Bankfiliale abgegeben worden war und ich sie dort abholen konnte. Mir wurde ganz heiß, mir war noch gar nicht aufgefallen, dass sie fehlte. So I'm going to underline this part. Mir wurde ganz heiß. Mir war noch gar nicht aufgefallen, dass sie fehlte, because I believe this is where our answer is. So from the beginning until where we have read, it says the person was in the kitchen. The person is Susanna. She was in the kitchen cooking, and then her phone rang, and when she picked up her phone, it was a woman's voice, and the woman told her to go and pick up her purse at a bank branch. Bank filiale, it's a branch of a bank. Like a bank can have different branches in different places. So she was supposed to go and pick up her purse. Then the statement that I have underlined, or the sentence that I have underlined, mir wurde ganz heiß. You see, like when you receive that unexpected news, the way that your body becomes hot at once, or you go in a state of shock. So mir wurde ganz heiß, mir war noch gar nicht aufgefallen, dass sie fehlte. So here she says that she had not noticed that the bag was missing. So this sentence here confirms our first question. Erst durch den Anruf bemerkte Susanna das Fehlen ihrer Brieftasche. Richtig. It is through the call did she notice for the first time that her purse was missing. And this is through this sentence. So we are going to go number 2. Susanne glaubte, die Brieftasche beim Bezahlen vergessen zu haben. So our keyword here is beim Bezahlen. So we are going to see if it was really beim Bezahlen. So we are going to continue to where we left until we find the second answer. Und ich hatte ja auch noch relativ viel Bargeld eingesteckt. Schnell holte ich meine Handtasche hervor und suchte nach der Brieftasche. Es stimmte, auch nach längerem Kramen in der Tasche könnte ich sie nicht finden. Mein Geld war tatsächlich verschwunden. Ich machte mich also auf den Weg zur Bank und überlegte, wo ich meine Brieftasche liegen gelassen hatte. Sicherlich im Supermarkt an der Kasse. So I'm going to underline this statement. I hope you are able to follow as I read the passage. If I'm too fast, tell me in the comment section below so that I can do it slowly for the other parts of the exam, for Teil 2, Teil 3, and the others, okay? So here I have underlined sicherlich im Supermarkt an der Kasse. So this statement means like surely at the supermarket at the counter. An der Kasse is at the counter, okay? An der Kasse, and here our question was beim Bezahlen. So Susanne glaubte, die Brieftasche beim Vergessen zu haben. So before we decide if our answer is richtig or false, I'm going to give you context of what has happened since the last time I explained. So after she received the call, she goes straight to her handbag and she starts searching for the purse inside the handbag, and she does not find anything. And she tells us that she had also put a lot of money, like bargeld here means cash, like physical cash, in the bag, and it was missing. Okay, so first she started going to the bank, and while she was going to the bank, that's when she started thinking to herself, where could she have left her purse? And that is when she says, sicherlich im Supermarkt an der Kasse. Okay. So here our question, Susanne glaubte, die Brieftasche beim Bezahlen vergessen zu haben, is richtig, and this part confirms it. Okay? Ja. So Nummer 3, der Finder hatte die Brieftasche ins Fundbüro gebracht. So ins Fundbüro was our keyword. So we are going to find out if the person really took it to ins Fundbüro. So as we read the passage, ins Fundbüro should be at the back of our mind. So we are going to continue from where we left off. So jedenfalls kam ich bei der Bank an und war schon gespannt darauf zu erfahren, wo meine Brieftasche gefunden worden war und natürlich, ob etwas fehlte. Die Bankangestellte teilte mit mir, dass ein junger Mann die Brieftasche abgegeben hatte. Er hatte sie auf dem Parkplatz vor dem Supermarkt gefunden und wollte sie eigentlich ins Filmbüro bringen, wie man es in so einem Fall eben macht. Der Weg dorthin war für ihn zu weit und so suchte er nach einer anderen Möglichkeit, mir die Brieftasche zurückzugeben. Okay? Das muss so, even we have read so far, so I'm going to underline this part here, there. I'm going to highlight that part. So after she was thinking to herself, like maybe she left her purse at the supermarket, at the cashier, and then she reaches the bank, and then the bank Angestellte here is the person who are those people who work at the bank. Yeah, so they tell her that it's a younger man. So the finder was a man, a very young man. So a young man is the person who brought the bag to the bank. So here we know that the finder did not bring the bag in a film bureau. He brought it to the bank because of this statement. Die Bankangestellte teilte mit mir, dass ein junger Mann die Brieftasche abgegeben hatte. So at this point, she has reached the bank. At the bank, so the Bankangestellte, the person who works in the bank, tells her that a young man is the one who brought the purse to the bank. Okay? So this statement, der Erfinder hatte die Brieftasche ins Filmbüro gebracht, is falsch. The person took the bag to the bank. Okay? So we had read until here. So what happened is she reaches at the bank. The person who works at the bank gives her the bag and tells her that a young man brought the bag there and he had found the purse auf dem Parkplatz vor dem Supermarkt, like at the parking lot in front of the supermarket. And the person really wanted to take it in a Fundbüro. That's why Fundbüro is mentioned here. But der Weg dorthin war für ihn zu weit. So, but the way there was so far away. So he had to look for andere Möglichkeit, another possibility to return the purse. So what he did, we're going to continue to read from there. So Nummer 4, die Telefonnummer der Bank war in der Brieftasche. So our keyword was die Telefonnummer der Bank. So let's see if the Telefonnummer of the bank was in the purse. Yeah, so we reached here. Das muss man sich einmal vorstellen. Er war so clever, dass er auf der Bankomatkarte nach meinem und dem Namen meiner Bank suchte. So even you're going to underline this part. Er war so clever, dass er auf der Bankomatkarte nach meinem und Namen meiner Bank suchte. So what did the person do when they found the bag and for the person Fundbüro was far away? So he opened the purse, took the bank card, and he looked for the name of the bank and the name of the person. So meinem und dem Namen meiner Bank. Okay, meinem und dem Namen meiner Bank. So the name of the person and the name of the bank. Okay, so the Telefonnummer der Bank bei der Brieftasche is not true. So it's the name of the person and the name of the bank. So even if you continue reading the passage, you will know how he was able to find the bank. So die Bank würde ja Kontaktdaten zu meinen Namen haben und könnte mich so anrufen. Okay, so he knew that if he knew which bank was that. He could go there, and the bank will have the contact details of the person, and they can call the person. So, er fuhr in die nächste Filiale meiner Bank und dank der Bankcomputervernetzung der Filiale konnte meine Telefonnummer schnell herausgefunden werden. So he took the pass to the bank, and since the bank has a good they're digitalized, they saved the number of the person, and that's how they could find their contact details. So Nummer 5, in Susannes Brieftasche fehlte nichts. So let's see if nothing was missing in her pass. We're going to read from where we left. Da stand ich nun mit meiner Brieftasche, die mir beim Verlassen des Supermarktes aus der Handtasche gerutscht sein muss. Zum Glück war alles noch da. So I'm going to underline this part. Zum Glück. This is luckily. Zum Glück war alles noch da. Luckily, everything was there. So this statement confirms, in Susannes Brieftasche fehlte nichts. Nothing was missing. So, richtig. Number 6. Susanne konnte dem Finder persönlich für seine Ehrlichkeit danken. So let's see if they could meet personally and she could thank the person personally. Ich bin so froh, dass diese Episode so gut ausgegangen ist. Nun weiß ich leider gar nicht, wie ich dem ehrlichen Finder danken kann. Vielleicht liest er diesen Blog-Eintrag oder er liest ihn jemand, dem er die Geschichte erzählt hat. Vielen, vielen Dank, lieber Finder. Okay? Yeah, this last part of the passage or the blog, it says like, now she doesn't know how to thank the finder for his honesty. So that is why even she's writing this blog, wishing or hoping that he will read this blog or someone else will tell him about this blog. And that's why she's ending saying, thank you so much, lovely finder, just in case he will say this blog. So, Susanne könnte dem Finder persönlich für seine Ehrlichkeit danken ist falsch. She could not thank the finder personally, and even that's why she's writing this blog. Bis bald, euer Susanna. So yeah, so we have finished this part. We have read the whole passage, and I don't know if you have noticed, but what I have noticed while I was preparing for my exam and as I continue to coach people prepare for the exam, that the answers normally follow each other like this in the passage. So if you have noticed, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. So the answers will always follow each other like this. And for B1 Teil 1, you can do this method because it is always like that. Any paper that you take, it is always like that. That's why I recommend someone to read one question one by one as they come and find the answer, because it's way more easier and you don't overwhelm yourself and you save time. So you get to read the passage once, you get to find the answers once, and you get to use your 10 minutes or even less for the paper. So make sure after this video you go in your free time, look for a paper, try this method, and come back and tell us if it worked for you. Okay? Yeah, and now we have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be also posting other videos for Teil 2, and for the rest of Lesen and even other modules. So if you're interested, subscribe to the channel and put your bell notifications on so that you can be notified when I post. Yeah, and like the video and share to your friends who are also preparing for exams, and choose is next smile.